Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 30th day of October 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to Apex so we can show you where those live spot prices ended the week Friday. And don't forget, tomorrow, that's Monday, got a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. That's number 267, and that new start time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. Now, here we go. Looks like, you know what, I gotta say, all these prices of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, it's remarkable how palladium is under 2,000, platinum under 1,000, silver's under 20, and gold under $2,000. Isn't that incredible? It's so counterintuitive. Now, let's head over here to the United States Mint and look at the bullion sales. Now, we know that every weekday, the United States Mint has an opportunity to update their numbers for the bullion sales. And just wanted a reminder, we're still at 850,000. And here we are at the 30th day of October, tomorrow being the 31st of October. Well, does the United States Mint add any to these totals here for October at all? I doubt it. I doubt it at all. Now, let's head over here. Next stop is numismatic news, and this is letters to the editor, October 26, 2022. There's some good stuff here. Now, it says here, where to find the numismatic Santa Claus. And I actually had somebody find the numismatic Santa Claus for me, and I'll show you here in a minute. Following is an open letter to Amy Keller, who wrote a letter headlined, Make Grading Learning Experience for Collectors, all right, in the August 30th issue of Numismatic News. Dear Amy, there is a Santa Claus in numismatics, but before I tell you where you can find him or her, allow me to address some of your concerns. There is a learning curve with every pursuit or vocation. That's right. So if you do something every day for 10 years, you're probably going to be the world's most foremost professional at that particular thing. So if there's a pursuit you want to do it every day for 10 years and see what happens. Now, there are rules and customs and accrued knowledge that one must endeavor to learn in order to get the full enjoyment they deserve for their time. That will take time and study on your part, right? That's at 10 years. Until then, you're not the first collector and will not be the last to feel the frustration you have expressed in your letter. We live in a world of tooth and claw. I don't even know what that means. There will be possibly only a few cases of either by luck, fortune, or your effort where something will be easy, okay? You will not be spoon-fed. Knowledge is not free. We are not born with it. But today, in 2022, it is much easier to acquire than it was in the past. Nevertheless, be careful. Don't believe everything you see until you verify it for yourself. But because the world is full of misinformation, absolutely, right? So you need an authority to maybe, or you do your own research, right? So that's where it comes in. So would you rather rely on somebody else, or would you rather learn it yourself? That's a huge, huge part of life. And that goes well beyond coin grading and anything, relationships. So it says here, grading services were not established to be teachers. They came out to police the abuses in our hobby. Businesses like third-party grading services, TPGS, okay, that's going to be something we see here, must have rules to avoid chaos. Thus, there are forms to fill out and rules to follow. Any coin roll hunter, such as yourself, should be able to fill one out perfectly, except for one thing, the value box. If you purchased your coin, you should have an idea of its value. If you found it for free in pocket change or roll hunting, it is rarely going to be worth sending in. But you may, well, it depends. It says rarely, but you could find a 1909 in there, right? Or even a 1926S Lincoln cent, but you never know. But you may try again for the learning experience, right? Resubmitting. A little secret is that while being graded, a coin worth 5 cents gets treated as same as worth as one as $100. Your letter did not say what kind of coins you sent in, but I consider 38 to be far too many for a first submission. You had an expensive first lesson. You will learn that all third-party grading services are not the same, and that's absolutely true. And I'll show you here in a second about the American Women Quarters on PCGS and NGC. It's remarkable. And it seems how one is favored over the other. For certain types of quarters. Now, you should not condemn them all because one bad experience, absolutely, but you might want to try them all out. So if you have one particular third-party grading service like NGC or PCGS, try one for a year until all your coupons or your vouchers have expired, and try another one for a year until, or you can do all of them at the same time. It's up to you. Now, it says here in hindsight, it would have made better use of your money to try each of the 4 major services to see which you prefer. So yeah, exactly. Each of them have very loyal customers who refuse to send their coins elsewhere. Absolutely. Find one you like. So try them all out, I think. You're going to learn that there are no grading standards. Absolutely. It's all objective, subjective, right? So which one is it that you think you're going to do? Well, it's actually both. Because there's a list of things that coin graders look at. Okay. And then it's eye appeal. That's like 20%. And if 20% is subjective, well, everyone's going to be different, right? So it says here, you're going to learn that there are no grading standards. There's only grading, and while it appears to be some uniformity, it is applied differently by everyone. Graders are human. They do not store images in a computer bank. Grading coins is a way to rate their condition of preservation and probably authenticity as well, so that they can be valued by the commercial market and be bought sight unseen. That's right, you can buy it on eBay graded already, right? So that's kind of a nice thing. There are no secrets to grading coins. It's simple. What is complicated is putting a value on one, because similar coins with the same grade are commonly valued differently. Until their coin is professionally graded, many folks have no idea what it's actually worth and inflate its value going out of ignorance or a lack of research. Absolutely. And that's why you don't really I wouldn't buy an expensive coin ungraded. No way, you're not doing it. After all, they're sending it in to find out if it's authentic, yeah, and what a team of professionals think it may be worth by the grade they assign to it. Absolutely. As for Santa, this is the best part. You will not interact with him at the top two grading services. I wonder what those two are. He is too busy, and the elves that surround him keep him isolated in the workshop. Santa is at the smaller third-party grading services, where you can actually talk with him on the phone and read the notes he often sends you when your coins are returned. What? Let's talk to Santa. The smaller services do better at providing services you mentioned by alerting customers to the special coins they didn't know they had. That's awesome. Even the obscure varieties that are not recognized by other services in an attempt to protect non-collectors from scams due to their low value. The graders at the smaller services are not under pressure to run coins through and actually have time to study even the common ones. Educating their clients makes them better customers, so you also find Santa at local coin clubs or where he leaves one of the top TPGs to teach at a grading seminar. Have fun and good luck. I think that was one of the most awesome articles since ever about grading, and that is excellent. And I want to show you here. Santa came to me, and I got to thank Wiles. Look at that. So earlier in the year, the United States Mint came out with the Maya Angelou quarters, and we found out there was a die break right there, a die gouge, reverse die gouge. And it looks like somebody put that there, but that's okay. We found it, and 3 days later we named it. And yours truly, your humble narrator, actually coined the term nesting bird. And I don't think the larger grading companies would have ever put that in there, NGC or PCGS. But look at this, Annex, ANACS. Annex did. And there you go. That's my visitation from Santa Claus this year. Isn't that incredible? It almost gives me chicken skin thinking about it. Definitely a feather in my cap. And thank you, Wiles, for doing that. You're an amazing human being. Now, let's get on over here, back to numismatic news. And there's an article by Richard Gidroyich. Did I say that right? October 19, 2022. And it says, the title is Grading Tiers Add Pricing Complexity. It says here in recent commentary, ISA coins and other collectibles are increasingly being recognized as an asset class rather than simply as hobbies. A problem with this asset class is that the condition and, in the case of art, paper money, sports cards, and toys, preservation of the original color as well matters. For this reason, there are independent third-party grading services that offer their opinion of the grade of these objects as well as their opinion of the authenticity. Isn't that amazing? Now, coin grades became more specific once the 70-point Sheldon system was widely accepted. We have since had more than 20 third-party grading services come and go, some being more widely accepted than others. Even now, coins certified by one service rather than another often command higher prices. Yet a fourth-party service re-examines the work of other third-party services, creating another layer of pricing by doing so. And that's Certified Acceptance Service, or CAC. And they've been adding its green or gold watermelon-shaped stickers to third-party encapsulations due to what CAC says holds coins to a higher standard. Now, CAC recently announced they will become an additional third-party service, offering an option of grade as well as giving an opinion to coins already serviced by other services. Now, I don't think that they're offering any new memberships for the CAC stickers, but you might be able to easily get in at the ground floor when it comes to their coin grading. I don't think they're going to make it that exclusive. I think they're going to open it up to everybody. All right. It says here, assigning values to coins continues to be challenging. And I'm going to probably try that out too. Like I said, it's probably good to give them all a try out and see what's what. Assigning values to coins continues to be challenging due to these numerous tiers and services. What is presented here is meant to be an average coins for the grade and what should be anticipated to pay. Prices posted include raw and certified coins depending on the grade, rarity, and what is available currently, while trying to avoid the prejudice of one service being more popular than the other. Absolutely. This causes pricing to be challenging for all buyers. My advice, while the encapsulation is important, buy the coin, not the slab. And that is the number one advice anybody can give to anybody in the coin collecting hobby. Absolutely. Buy the coin, not the slab. Now, over here, I'm going to just leave a link in the description for this one. This is CAC Grading Service planned to start in 2023. There's the CAC watermelon color sticker, right? And there's, I think the gentleman there, John Albanese, he's spearheading the creation of a new third-party grading service building on the 15-year success of Certified Acceptance Corporation. Isn't that incredible? So there you go. And not only will I leave a link in the description for that particular article, I'm going to leave one also for this CoinWeek article, a CAC Grading Service CoinWeek interview with John Albanese. And this is a really lengthy interview, Charles Morgan and John Albanese. And it's a great conversation. Like I said, check it out. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Now let's head over here to the coin grading world of NGC and PCGS. And we're looking at the American Women Quarters, okay? And we're going to be looking at populations. Not sure why that's at the bottom here. I got to scroll over. Maybe I can scroll this way. Yep. There we go. Alrighty. So here we got the Sheldon scale here. This is the year in the mints, and these are the grades, 64, 65. Now, check it out. This is NGC, and these are the, whoops, where am I going? My Angelou. There was, what, 1,600, probably 1,700 coins from Philadelphia submitted to NGC, with 81 of them coming in at 68, all right? Now, it has here for the Denver My Angelou, and then there's a total population there, 17. Let's go to PCGS. Would you look at that? 6,000 and 4,000. And I usually was under the impression that the American Women Quarters would mostly be graded by NGC, but it looks like the collectors and the dealers have submitted most of their American Women Quarters to PCGS. However, there's one thing I noticed, and check this out. Now, we know that there was a NGC, right? And that had a grade of 68, and there was like 80 of them in there. 81. Well, there's 0 for PCGS. So I think that PCGS doesn't hand out the 68s as much as PCGS or NGC does. And then I'm not disparaging their service. I'm just saying that's the difference in their grading services, right? Now, one thing I wanted to mention also was the San Francisco My Angelous. Look at this. The total here was 3,438. Now, we know the P and the D were clearly surpassed the NGC submissions. But look at this for the San Francisco quarter at NGC, all right? Look at that. The S quarter is almost 6,000, and the one here at PCGS was 3,400. So clearly, more collectors are submitting the S quarters to NGC than they are the Philadelphia and Denver's. Isn't that incredible? Who knew? And that's the proof like too. And they're hardly, I mean, anyway, I don't want to get into the proof likes, but yeah, look at that. Even the proof likes, and that's the half mark, right? Plus only one there and a 65 and 66. It is incredible. It's just incredible. And that's really the difference between the coin grading community. I mean, where do you go? You try them all out and you find out which one you like. I think that's probably the best advice I can give. Now, over here to the plus ones today. Bam! Now, what do you call 50 pigs and 50 deer? Yeah, 100,000 bucks. That's a lot of money. Now, over here, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take and the decisions we waited too long to make. Lewis Carroll said that. Lewis Carroll. Why does that sound familiar, Lewis Carroll? Now, over here to 39's Fine 99.9 KON Coin News Radio. This is Audioslave, like a stone. Great stuff. And listen, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker. Out.